Hey guys, welcome to our Saturday night thrift haul. We go live every Saturday night at 8:30 Mountain Time to show you the junk that we purchased.
And knock off our own hats.
Today we got all this amazing, soon to be and already some high-end thrifted home decor at 3 different thrift stores. We went to our Saratoga and then we went all the way into Salt Lake to see if they had more high-end goodies for us. Some of it's just like cottage niche-y, but some of it's really cool and a little weird this week because we had our JRV rice paper release on Friday. So we actually already flipped quite a few things. So if you missed that video, we went live on Friday and did that, but we didn't do the actual official thrift haul.
Now it's available for sale and you get to see what it looks like finished.
If you want to shop along, go to JamieRayVintage.com. Across the top, you'll see Saturday Thrift Haul. If you're on a mobile device, you just need to click the main menu and then click Saturday Thrift Haul. Everything's live. And Caitlin is on here dropping links and answering questions. Show them what we've got.
This was $2. It says the Jones family. It's like laser etched in there. So if you know the Joneses, tell them we got their rolling pin for them. Otherwise, it's going to be $19.95. We're going to sand it down, paint the handles. It's very big.
And stamp it.
Yeah, I'm going to do one of them.
I'm wondering if you need to like change the layout so you can take up the whole space. I should have charged more because it's bigger, but I think it already sold. So they got a deal because it's actually one of the cooler rolling pins we found.
Yeah, the handles are really
We're going to
nice
sand off the Jones family. Sorry, Jones.
The Joneses are going away.
If you guys are on Facebook and you want to be like Amy Stockman, who already did it, hit that share button. All right, we're going to get to the next item. We will show this shelf. We do shelves like this all the time, but this one happens to be, it's not hand carved. Isn't it pressed?
No, it looks pressed, yeah.
It's pressed wood. It was $5. And once it's all painted, and we'll probably do multiple layers of paint. You know how we do, so we get all the texture going on.
Actually,
that'll be $39.95.
This is not uniform. This is hand carved.
Oh. And for that price, you also get hand carved.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be removing this ribbon that's hot glued to the side too.
What is that ribbon?
I
didn't even
know.
notice that when I bought it. It's like gold polka dots. I'll pull it off.
Let's see. Everybody's just saying hello. Les is on here. Odelia is on here. Odelia and Cooper just left to go to Liz's house. Jack is upstairs playing Beyblades. Eliza, I don't know what she's doing. She's recovering from the stress of the week. Eliza is our middle daughter. She is in 9th grade and she just had cheer tryouts.
She's in 8th grade for a couple more months.
She's going into the 9th grade. Sorry. She's in 8th grade going into the 9th grade and she just had high school cheer tryouts and she made JV. Woot woot. So super excited.
We are excited about that.
We can exhale. Always stressful. We had 4 years of waiting for tryout results for Odelia, and now we've got 4 more for Eliza. So.
Yeah, even as a returning cheerleader, going to be a senior last year, she had to try out.
Your space is not guaranteed. You gotta keep up and be the best. So, all right, let's show. Speaking of the best, let's talk about some really awesome cookware.
Some Guardian Service aluminum cookware. We could not find the lids. They weren't there at the thrift store. Some of these versions have like a glass lid. We also saw some that have a big domed
with like
aluminum
a top like
lid.
that. But we got both of them.
Yeah, we picked up the pots because they're great pots. This one was $7, and this one was
they were $7 for the pair.
$7 for the pair.
They were in the collectibles cabinet. And just had one sticker, and I said, that's for the pair, right? And he said, for you, I'll give you $7 for the pair, which is a smoking deal because with the lid, one of them is worth like $100.
Yeah.
So they don't have the lids, but there's 2.
$39.95 is what we're selling them for.
You can get 2 for $39.95.
And the lids, you're able to find them. And if you find them separate like this, they're actually not too expensive because they're not worth as much separate. So.
Yeah, but aluminum, it's heavy gauge. Amazing to cook in. If you make any kind of like syrups or jams, aluminum is amazing because it keeps nice even heat and keeps it from burning so bad on the bottom like with cheap pots. So if you love to make jams and stuff, this is where it's at.
It's very conductive. They use it for electrical wire just like copper. Usually it has to be a little heavier gauge than copper to carry the same current, but still does a good job.
Now we have decorative aluminum.
Yeah, this is pressed. They just, they stamp it in there.
I would say it's embossed because it's got the floral.
This is one of those ones that I definitely didn't miss price tag on. But you also pulled off how much you paid for it. Do you remember how much you paid for it?
$2.
Do you remember how much you're selling it for?
No.
Because it's not on here.
Because that's your job.
I'm gonna guess since the price of the night is like $39.95.
It's $9.95.
This is $9.95.
Yeah, I think I
feel like you missed a one.
Yeah, it's all right, but
Someone got a sweet deal.
if they bought it yet, hold on, let's see. It should be $19.95.
Can't even ship it for that.
I know. Hold on. I'm like, did somebody already buy it? It should be $19.95. You're supposed to check these things. All right, I'm fixing that, Caitlin. It's supposed to be $19.95. It's all right. Ain't nobody bought it yet, and done.
All right.
Boom. $19.95, which is still a really good deal for the pressed aluminum bowls. And the floral, look up the picture on that one. The floral is really pretty.
This galvanized sorter is awesome. Jamie paid $4 for it.
So I put that it would come unassembled because I'm hoping we could take it apart.
Yeah, you just undo the screws here and it comes apart.
Yeah, because it needs to be tightened anyways. Yeah. And it'll be a pain to ship it like that. So Zeb's going to take it apart and then you'll have to reassemble it, but it should be fairly straightforward. It was $4. If you watched our thrifting videos, I scooped that right off the cart at the thrift store and we're selling for $39.95.
You almost didn't go to get it. I'm like, oh, go get that tray on the top. The cart was rolling out.
No, the cart was already there. And you weren't anywhere near me when I found that.
Was it a different one? What was the one you went and grabbed? I thought you grabbed a tray.
It wasn't that.
I guess it wasn't this. All right.
I have it on video.
Either way, it's awesome.
I have videographed.
And it's loud.
Evidence of the purchase of that. Brown shelf, do not paint it. Is it this one? Probably. All right. So Holly bought this shelf, I believe.
This is crazy to me. Like, I don't know why
Let me see if that's...
it does this.
No, that was
but the carving is very good on here. I'll bring it close. I'll bring it close so we can focus.
So this one is a double edge. I've never seen any shelf like this. So if this is the one Holly got, then you got a good one. Is this the one, Caitlin? Let me know. Then I'll put it separate. It's hand carved, solid wood.
I don't know why it hinges like that, but
you can do it either way. You can do the fancy side. Okay, that one. All right, I can remember that, Caitlin. We'll put it in the not gonna paint.
You can go not fancy, or you can go fancy.
And it is cool the way it is. Like, I don't think it necessarily has to be painted. It's not got a bad finish. So Teresa says, you guys are good at what you do. A lot of thrift is sold. Awesome. Thanks, Teresa. We've been doing it a little while, a few years. How many thrift hauls is this for us?
We're almost over 200 Saturdays that we've done a thrift haul in a row, with the exception of like maybe one or two.
Christmas.
Yeah, we missed Christmas.
And then there was Halloween once we did it early on Halloween. But anyways, speaking of which, next Saturday we will have a pre-recorded thrift haul because we're going to be in Arizona for my niece Gentry's wedding. But the pre-recorded thrift hauls are still good. They're just faster because I don't like get distracted by comments and stuff. I could pretend there were comments. Maybe I'll do a prompt and ask people to ask us questions, and then every so often we can respond to questions.
Gina wants to know.
All right, let's go.
So Gina just said, hey, how do you paint that? Oh, we're going to paint it like this. All right, this was $2. Wood bowl. We painting this, not painting this?
I don't know that that's on there.
It is on there because it's $19.95.
Oh, we're not painting it.
Not painting it. You're going to clean it up and ship
I'm
it off
going to just clean it really good and put tung oil on it.
I like it. I love tung oil.
If it was orange wood, I'd be painting that in a New York minute. But I don't hate the wood color. I think it's cool.
It's kind of reddish.
That's fine. I don't hate red.
It's like a red oak.
I like red in small doses.
That's also probably stained.
It's a salad bowl. Caitlin says it's a fantastic idea. All right, well, we'll do that. We'll do like ask me questions and stories on Instagram and Facebook. I think there's a way you can do that. And then we'll answer them when we film the pre-record. All right, let's move on. Let's show them this. This actually was the first item to sell tonight. I'm not surprised.
This was a really fun one. I was in the collectibles. I was walking by. I'm like, oh, that's already sold. Jamie pops over and she's like, what's the time on that sticker? Because they only hold it in the collectible items for an hour for you. You have an hour to buy it, pick it up. Otherwise, it gets put back on and you can sell it and have it be sold again. Anyway, Jamie was like, that's only like 8 minutes from now. I'm going to hang out and wait. So she stood by it for like 8 minutes. No one came and picked it up. And she's like, hey, I want that. And she bought like 4 other things. Like
no, well, I bought the aluminum things. Yep. They were already past their 1 hour mark. So those had a ticket on. So if you are a regular Deseret Industry or really anywhere shopper, find out what the rule is on holds, because sometimes somebody will put something on hold in the collectibles area, or sometimes certain places do holds on furniture or whatever, and then they don't come back and pick it up, and then nobody removes the tag.
Well, a lot of times what happens, and I've done this a lot too, is they'll be checking out and they'll be like, I don't really want that. That was more money than I wanted to spend. Because usually the collectibles are marked a little higher, and that can totally happen. And I think that's what happened to this.
It was $12 and we sold it for $42.95.
Porcelain handle,
I
brass,
love the handle.
You know, the knobs, copper.
It's tin inside.
It's just great.
Yeah,
and actually, the tin is in good shape. Like, this is usable.
Yeah, it looks usable to me.
Yep.
All right. Just make sure there's no questions. What does it say? Oh, Angela says the kettle is good, and I can't read this comment here. It cut it off.
Do you need me to run it?
No, I got it.
Move it closer for you.
Linda says she hates redwood. If it doesn't sell as is, I will paint it. All right, let's show them this.
So we have a few things. Why don't you grab the 3 totes?
Yeah, well, these ones are the same price.
This is the new rice paper that just came out yesterday. Friday was the release date. My printer has been working around the clock. You guys have been very diligent about finding it on the website and purchasing it. Thank you for that. Making the printer worth it.
We actually have paper coming all the way from Japan because we have used all of the paper they had with their supplier in the US. And now we are having it shipped from Japan and won't be here till like
the 7th of April.
Oh, we have some coming Wednesday.
I have some coming Wednesday, but that's the last the supplier had. And I have like 300 sheets here in the house left. I bought like 2,500 sheets. I've already blown through them. Yeah, between wholesale and retail. It's been awesome. People are loving these papers. So this is the monochromatic in the rice paper size. It was $1.50 or $2, I can't remember. And we already sold it for $19.95. It's already gone. This one was $1.50. So these are these two are papers that we have in the full size. But the chickens on there, we got a rooster on each side. They're facing off. So Les had a question in this video, why I left the white border on each side. So this is actually lined up with the border of this board. So the decoupage is just on the middle board. And the reason being that I took the paper and folded it in half, and I would have had to use 2 separate sheets if I wanted to cover it completely. And so instead I just went at an angle right up that line to kind of make it look intentional. So that was used with one sheet? So it was only done with 1 sheet, because otherwise I would have spent $8 on decoupage for something I want to sell for $19.95, and that doesn't make sense. So I made it work. All right, and then this tote, Jamie, she took it into the bathroom afterwards and hit it with some toilet bowl cleaner. In the shower. I feel like when you say you went to the bathroom and then you put toilet bowl cleaner on it, I went to the shower and I put toilet bowl cleaner on it and let it sit. We actually have a video of how to age metal. Up this aluminum pretty good. It actually works better if you use the toilet bowl cleaner. It has bleach in it, but I don't like to use that in the house. Aluminum. And then it's got the new cow's paper on there. Look at the depth and detail on that. So this tote, I think, was a couple bucks. We bought it. This is super smooth. One of the things that's super nice about the rice paper, no ironing needed. We used the liquid patina in crystal clear. You can get that at JamieRayVintage.com. That's one sheet cut in half. Yep. This is all one scene. But anyway, great little tote. It's $29.95. Did this sell yet? Not yet. So Mama Bear Blue says, cute. She's using the new paper on her Mondays with Mom. Is your mom going to be there? Because I know Mama Bear Blue goes live every Monday morning. So if you have not followed her, you should. She's one of our JRV retailers. All right. Bookends. This is the 3rd set I've bought like that. It must have been a church activity. If you're not from Utah, you would not recognize these men. And I actually bought them because I love busts. I will buy all kinds of busts. But this is Joseph Smith and Brigham Young, and we are going to paint them to look like stone. We paid $2 for Joseph. He has a chip, and $3 for Brigham. And where's the price on these stuff? It's underneath. I think it's $39.95. It's right here. It's $39.95. They'll be $39.95 for the set once we paint them and make them look like stone. Ta-da! I mean, the gold is okay, but it's not my jam. All right, and the first set sold super fast to a friend of mine, and then the other set took a minute, but somebody bought them in the shop. So, all right, next up we have the cutest little canister here. It has some kitchen fur on it. They get like slimy and greasy in kitchen, so we'll scrub this up super good. I'm going to put an IOD transfer on the front, one of their label transfers.
And then it was $2 and it'll be $16.95. I don't know if you can tell, but this has like the cutest little knob. It's got like a little ring on it, and it's just the details got the little ridges on the bottom. When I'm looking at canisters, that's what I'm looking for.
All right, this is a thrift store marriage that we will be putting together. And the cloche, it'll be $28.95 once I get the glue all done on that.
What? Grambo's here.
Oh, we haven't seen Grambo in a while. How are you doing, Grambo?
I was just asking. I said the other day, I'm like, have you seen Grambo in the live? Hey, Grambo. Glad you're here. All right.
I'm
now
just
we're going to get back to
assuming you've been super busy with your granddaughter or grandchildren.
She got grandma stuff going on.
All right, so this is hand blown. Little imperfection there.
I didn't even notice that.
Love that. The plate is just kind of fun. And then this is just I don't even know, like a little goblet.
It's a Sunday cup.
Sunday cup.
Or Chardonnay.
We're going to glue these together. Leave this yellow. And then get your fun little pop of color for your cupcake dome.
Yep. And because it's a plate and I'm not painting it, it's totally food safe. So you could use it for a little cupcake. You could use it for cheese and crackers. Really anything. And it'd also be super cute with like a little nest with a bird in it. Just make a little vignette.
So I think I'll epoxy this. I'll just do some epoxy there. So that'll happen off camera because I mix that outside or in the garage. I don't mix that inside.
Yeah, it's actually my sister Karen's daughter who's getting married. Karen you probably won't see her on here very often. She's not a YouTube watcher, and she's an RN. So she works overnight shifts and rides her horses. And I can say this because she doesn't watch it, but Renee, would you say that Karen probably talks more than me? We'll see what Renee says. That'd probably be hard to believe for most of you guys, but I promise you.
No, it's totally believable. If you meet Karen, awesome. She's wonderful, but if she thinks it comes out her mouth.
For sure. She's a lot of fun. I like it because sometimes I get tired because we have to film and talk a lot. And I love calling my sister, or my sister Karen will call me. And I just get to sit there and be entertained. She's really fun.
She knows this about herself and she doesn't care. It's great.
Karen's live would be double the time. Oh, goodness. All right.
And she speaks really fast, too.
My sister Deborah's on here. She says, yes, she does. We all talk a lot. Let's be honest. All right. Let's show this.
How much was this?
Frame.
$1?
It was $1.
All right. We didn't get a chance to use the little sheep paper that we had. I cut it into 100 little pieces trying to get the right sheep to fit into here. But we got him. He's in there.
It's cute. I think it'd also be cute with a little floral in there or anything. And I love pewter frames. This one's $12.95. All right. Let's see.
I was checking out of the line, and this
one's cool.
This great little gal. She was aging a little, but she loved this. I don't know.
She kept picking it up and talking to him about it.
Yeah, the whole time I was checking out, she picked it up like 10 times. I don't even know if it needs painted. I might paint it, but
I want it to look like stone.
Okay. But yeah, this is a great piece. It was $3. We're selling it for $39.95 after Jamie paints it. Oh. I might paint it. I don't know.
Who paints most of the stuff?
You do.
Because you do the stuff I don't want to do.
Yep.
It's a give and take.
I do all the outside stuff.
Yeah. In the wintertime, I ain't going outside. I was outside for like 3 hours today watching football, but that about did me in. Okay. So this was $3 and it's cute. You could put it like this, like a little chair, but it's meant to hang on the wall like this. And we're going to
like this. What? There's a little hook right there.
Oh, can't you hang it the other way too?
It's supposed to be a shelf. Yeah, you could.
I'm going to paint. This side's not painted.
This isn't painted, but you could go this way if you wanted to. I'm going to paint both ways
because wouldn't that be so cute in a bathroom?
It has 2 here, but pretty sure it was meant to hang this way and be like a little spice rack or something.
Or for like books next to your bed.
Oh yeah.
Like if you had a little cottage and you didn't have like a nightstand, you could put, if you had this into a stud, you could put like your phone charging, a little drink. Anyways, it's going to get painted. It's going to be $39.95.
Jamie's, the Airbnb is coming. Like whether I want to or not, whether I have time for it or not. When we get back from Arizona, we're starting on it. That and tilling up the garden and making that side of the yard pretty
all
again.
The things.
Because winter has hammered that yard. The chickens have been getting out like crazy. They used to not, but we got some new chickens in August that think they can know how to fly, and they're all over the place.
Yeah. All right. So hand carved spoon. I actually got this for $0 at the flea market at Kobe's. I just forgot to picture it last time. And I actually can't remember how much I put that it was. So I'll have to wait until Caitlin drops the link because Zeb didn't price it.
You didn't have it in there until the very end.
No, everything was in there. You just didn't sort it properly, remember?
Okay.
Are you saying that I'm lying?
No. While we're waiting on that price, this was $3, and we're going to paint it up. This is really shiny, slick porcelain. Okay, tell them.
I'm not going to beat you with it.
Just tell them what it is.
$6.95. All right.
That's a great deal on that. That's oak hand carved spoon.
I got it for free. I sold it for $6.95. Everybody wins.
All I was saying is this is really super shiny, but we're going to paint this up. Probably a salt wash situation or some Salvation solution will also stick really well to this. And once you have one of those two things on there, you can do what you want with it.
You know what's funny? I was going to say the same thing about Salvation solution. I was going to say, oh, and then you said it.
We're on the same page.
Boom.
All right.
Okay.
I forgot who said, was it Terry that wanted this mug? Someone commented after the short video the other day, and I can't remember their name. I think it was Terry. I don't know if you got this Anthropology mug, but it was $1.50. And where did the price go?
It's $9.95.
I only priced one of them.
I price all my mugs at $9.95 unless they're less, but those I sell.
And this is actual Anthropology. Sometimes there's knockoffs out there. This one's the real deal.
Yep, and I buy them when I can find them, and they always sell. So $9.95.
Shoot, I pulled this price off.
And then there's this mug. It's a Ray Dunn. It says "Love You." It was $1, and this one is it $16.95? Is that right?
I believe so.
I thought I put it in $9.95. I don't know. We'll wait.
You got those fun. I'm pretty sure that's right.
We'll wait till
while we're also waiting for the Caitlin
Show them
drop.
The
this is the muddler. I grab these every time I can. This one might have been turned at home. It still has the little knob here where it broke off the lathe. There was $1. We're selling it for, I want to say $11.95. I messed up the sticker.
It was $16.95.
Yeah.
I must have looked it up, and that's what it was worth, because I do Ray Dunn. You check it up. Sometimes their stuff is not worth as much as other things, and I don't know anything about it except for I look it up.
Okay. Oh, this is from Corey. Dropped it off at the shop, and they got it from the DI. I'm going to paint it up, and we're going to sell it for $8.95 because elephants are awesome. They are. This one is especially awesome. I'm probably going to make it look like stone, actually.
You're going to have to add salt wash because that thing looks like it's got a lot of texture.
You can almost see yourself in the reflection.
Well, all the texture, too. It just looked like it had the measles.
Well, and I feel like this is like one of those craft stores where you come and you can do your paint and then they glaze it. And
like Color Me Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. They probably cost $42.95. That place expensive. Super chat, Sally Bunswell. Great haul. Sally. Are you coming to Phoenix? Great weather here. We are going to be in the Chandler Gilbert area. Yep. So pretty close to Phoenix. All right. This would have probably originally had like a soup tureen on it, but it's like a Japanese ironstone platter. It was $2. We're selling it for $12.95. We love ivory cream ironstone. All right. Next.
Okay. The set of 4, would you call these like little juice cups or
milk glass? They're mugs.
Little mugs, little tiny like half cup mugs. $14.95. They're $1 each.
It does not have a chip. It has a dip because it's not sharp. It did not chip off. So there's an imperfection in the picture.
Manufacturer's defect.
I took a picture of it so you could see it. They're $14.95 for all 4, and I paid $1 each for them.
All right, we got a bell here.
Corey got it from Saratoga Springs DI.
All right.
It's next level. We're gonna see what we can do with it. I bought a next level animal too, Corey. Also, I think also from the Saratoga DI. And JB painted this one. This one doesn't have an initial, but this is JB. It was $1 as well.
Yeah, I think it's also one of those deals.
Yeah, and it's also gonna be like $9.95, $8.95.
Okay, I'm gonna show this close. This is $11.95.
Oh, $8.95, and the item has sold.
Focus up. Look at this little bunny bell.
It's so, I love the little tulips. I couldn't pass it up. I know Easter's only 2 weeks away, but
You could decorate with this for spring.
yeah, that's true.
And the first day of spring was like 3 days ago.
It doesn't feel like that.
No.
I feel like Easter's coming and spring isn't even here.
It snowed.
Oh, and
yesterday.
that bell's $11.95, and it was, I think, $1. All right, these are from the Saratoga DI. I think they charge 75 cents for their canning jars. They don't tag them. The American Fork DI is 25 cents. And they're not actually antique. They're repops, but they're good ones. They're not the... So they came out with some blue canning jars that just look like the new ones, only they're blue. These are new, but they actually look like the old style, and they say made in the USA. They're wavy glass, embossed the same, and they're $6.95 each. And I believe all of these have sold.
All the glass you have here is green. I'm looking to see if we have some actual old blue
ones. There's a bunch in the family room.
Here's some blue ones. So they got pretty close.
Oh, that's a seltzer bottle.
Yeah, they're different. Oh, you want one of the actual canning jars?
Are you going to go all the way to the family room?
Yeah, here I go.
You never had like a long day and you're like, oh. All right. He's going to go get you an authentic one so he can compare and contrast. While he's doing that, I'm going to show you this platter. It says Pope and Gossard China, made in the USA. It was $4. It's going to be $29.95. I love it because it's got this beautiful scalloped edge. It is like ceramics that have been glazed, not like mass produced, because it's got the little pin marks from the glazing before it was fired. And it's just really cool. It's got a few little chips in it, but you can't really tell because it's scalloped. It's just really pretty. Okay. Show the compare and contrast.
Right. So they actually got really close. So this is an original ball, number 2, perfect mason, nothing on the back, seeded glass. I don't know if you can see that seed right there. Oh yeah, you can.
This isn't really seeded, but it is wavy.
The way you can really see it is, check that out. See how much thicker that bottom is and how deep the glue got on there.
And these have an R. Does that one have a register? I don't think it
No,
has
no register on there. This says 20.
Like next to where it says ball.
Oh yeah, no
that
trademark.
That one has an R. That one has
no trademark on this one. And this is like raised and almost like to a point on the perfect mason, and this is pretty flat and just, you know, pressed in from whatever mold they're using to make
No, these actually sold. They were not the first one to sell. Because
this one's not for sale. This is Jamie's.
The thrift haul goes live at like 8:20, between 8:25 and 8:30, because Caitlin makes it live before she hops on. And the first item to sell was the tea kettle. Remy got that. And then a couple more things sold, and then the jars. It happens quick. I always tell people, start stalking the page about 8:20 and refresh, because Caitlin sends out the text, sends out the push notification, and makes it live all at the same time, but then relies on electronics. And sometimes it takes a minute. All right. Apparently I was in a Easter mood because
you got a lot of Easter stuff.
Look at this little tin. These were 75 cents each. There's some oval ones. Can you guys see? I don't know if they can see that. I'll go up close.
Yeah, that's so
they're
tiny.
Worthy.
The detail.
They're worthy of a close-up. I love cute little things. I can't help it. They even have little handles on them. So here's a little Easter basket.
Here, show them this while you're up there.
I will. And then there's this one. They're all $4.95. And then there's this one. This one has little chickies on the side. Oops, show you that side. They all have little handles, and they're $4.95 each, and I paid 75 cents each for them. And then I had one of these a while ago, way before Easter, and it sold. And I found another one I saw was so cute. You can put your little deviled eggs or your colored eggs in here. They got little bunnies all around the sides. And it was $1.50, and it is $19.95.
We got all dark when you went up there.
Sorry, I'm going to go back. All right.
It's okay.
I'm going back.
All right, so this is basically the paper release here. This is the scientific butterfly. This frame is $22.95. This one here, these are all $12.95, and we put a little gold on them. Framed these papers So I'll just show them here. They're for sale now. They weren't until the thrift haul went live because they were part of the thrift haul.
Did you not price this one either?
I thought that was part of your pedestal thing, so
No.
I didn't, but it looks like we needed to not.
So this was $1 and we're selling for $9.95 and it's going to get painted. It's
hang
just
on.
a little candlesticky situation.
Let me fix the camera. Sorry, guys.
And Caitlin is dropping the links to those prints.
So if you want to do your own, this is just, we cut this paper down. It's actually 8.27 by 11.7 inches long. It fits real nice in an 8x10 frame if you want to just frame it or decoupage it like Jamie did to the totes. The bird paper is back. It's a little bit amended. It doesn't have all the detail that the big 20 by 30 paper has.
Well, it's not, it has the same amount of detail. It doesn't have as much on it because it's small.
This frame is $19.95.
That one sold.
This one sold?
No, that one sold.
This one is $21.95.
This one's in Boston. I like that.
Yeah. And then while we're at it, I'll just show you the ones back here too.
So the one behind him is not for sale. I
This
just wanted to show it
one-
to you.
So this is the Marie one. This is the size. This is a little bit, this is an 8x10 matted. You can see what they look like there. And these ones are $29.95 because they're much larger and
They're larger and matted. And we paid $2 each for those frames. We paid anywhere from $1 to $2 for all of these frames.
Yep.
So it is a great way
And then
to...
I can show you the big one. We're leaving it back here to show it off. Sometimes when you buy a big frame from us, we're going to price it with art included. And this is this is not one of the decoupage papers. It is not available except for if you buy a big frame from us right now. I don't know if I can show it close.
This is not like one available. This one already sold
This
last
one
week.
sold last week. I'm just showing you kind of what
Zeb
we're
practiced his matting skills and got it all matted up.
The art. Oh yeah, you can see the detail in there up in the sky. But this was a gold frame that we picked up and sold the frame, and I put some art in it, and it looks amazing.
All right.
Look, I even covered the back.
Christy March would like the rose one. I think Caitlin dropped the link. If she didn't, Christy, if you just go to Jamie Ray Vintage and click Saturday Thrift Haul, it's there. Or if Caitlin has a second, she can redrop that link because I'm not sure. We kind of rapid fired that really quick. And actually, all of a sudden, I got really dizzy. So I'm just going to sit here while you... Anybody that follows me knows that I intermittently have vertigo.
We passed on the key clock the other day, but we couldn't pass on the pewter key coat hanger.
Is that pewter? I thought it was cast aluminum.
Oh no, this is definitely. It might even. It's too. It might be aluminum, but it's too. It's so shiny.
Like,
it's very light.
It didn't feel like pewter. Pewter would be a lot heavier than that.
Yeah, it may be aluminum.
It's aluminum.
Either way, that's just as cool. $39.95 for the key.
We paid $2 for
hooks.
it, but it's bomb. Like it's
and
solid
these
metal.
screw out. You could put like knobs in here if you wanted.
Yeah, it's really cool. So hopefully the key lovers show up because we passed on the last key, and so I was like, nope, I can't do it again.
Everybody was like,
no,
why did you
didn't
pass
buy
on the
it."
key? All right.
Father's Day's coming.
I guess, yeah. I was going to keep these for myself, but Jamie listed them. I'm like, yeah, I already have a set.
Hey,
That's fine.
I should say, I was like, I didn't know you wanted them. I was like, if you want them, keep them. And you were like, no, that's okay.
Yeah,
I got some.
I do have some. Not like this, but these ones are cool. They were $1.50. I don't know what you priced these at.
$19.95.
Because you were like, I'm going to take them out. I'm not going to take them out. They do say Craftsman on them, so.
Oh, Christy said no. The small frame with roses, the 4 different ones. Oh, like with the dark background.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one's $12.95. Christy, Caitlin just dropped the link for you there. So
we have another marriage. I found this galvanized plate. I think it's for hanging on your wall. I don't know why. It's got a hook here. I'm probably not going to mess with that. And then this is just like a metal candlestick, and it's a little bit heavier. So I'm going to do some epoxy work, probably paint this bottom all up nice.
are you going to leave the top natural?
Yeah, I don't even think I'm going to age it because as it is, it's probably, you could like put food or whatever on there if you want.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to paint the bottom. Make
Yeah,
it
it's
cool.
the same as my galvanized bucket that I'm using for milk with Buttercup.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. It's going to be $29.95 after he marriages it up.
Yep. And then we have like 4 more things, and then we're going to get on to painting some stuff. Black clock. This was $5. It's going to be $39.95. It is gross. Like the kitchen fur is so strong on this
We are
thing.
going to scrub it and paint it and make it lovely.
But
it's already sold.
It's got a good face. Going to get painted. It'll be awesome. And then I couldn't pass this up. This is like a thermometer, the barometric pressure, and humidity. Our humidity inside here, that's pretty high for us, actually. It's actually like 54% humidity.
Do you think
if
it's
that's
because
reading
it's been
correctly? And I'm going to paint this up too. This is going to be cool because these pop out of here. But yeah, I mean, there's snow melting off the roof right now. It's humid.
It is. We've had a lot of moisture. We were in a drought. We're still in a drought, but honestly, I'm like, we're going to have flooding in the spring. That's where we're at.
I would say that all of this is working because it says that it is currently 68 degrees in here, which is what I keep the thermostat at. So perfect. Anyway, on to I'm like,
did you get a little distracted there,
I'm
sir?
like, man, this thing is just so cool. If it doesn't sell, I'm going to hang it in the barn. It was $5. We're going to paint it up and sell it for $29.95.
Grambo, my mom is doing good. She's actually with my sister Renee right now. She's hanging out with her till my niece's wedding, and then we're going to bring her back home with us.
I don't know what this was part of. It was glued to something, and it had a bottom part. It might have been a baby doll crib, and someone took the top off and made it like this awesome tote, which love the tote. It was $4. We're going to paint it up. It'll be $38.95. And then the only other thing we have that we finally found some Afghans that that we can put back in that cabinet because all the blankets sold out of that cabinet that we always are sitting in front of over at the shop. This one is $26.95.
And it was $5. And this one was $8, and it's going to be $29.95. And somebody had commented, you need more blankets, but I've been having a hard time finding good Afghans. I would love to find a bunch of patchwork quilts, but that's like never found in the wild here in Utah for whatever reason. So
there's a lot of quilters, so you would think
I love the pretty Afghans. And so when I find them, I fold them and put them on display in the shop.
It's because when someone passes away, no one's getting rid of those quilts. They're all going to kids.
Lori, I don't have fluted in my ears. I play with these little like hair. Down is just one of those things.
All right. Are you painting my thing there?
Yeah, if you want me to. Vertigo, though, for me, I have what they call like rocks in yours. I've been in ENT and they get loose.
Crystals.
Crystals. That's what it is. I have loose crystals. And if I do like certain jerking motions or like with my head, if I'm too fast or I flip my head up or whatever, it just happens. I know better.
All right. This did not get listed. Surprise for next week.
Okay. Julie, the yellow Afghan is still available. A couple comments up. Caitlin dropped that link. So she dropped the peach and turquoise. And if you go back 2 more, then you get to the blue and yellow Afghan. It's $26.95. All right. What color do you want me to paint this?
I was going to go just, our usual, go with we got sandy blonde or
I think it need to be a color.
Some dark wax. If you want to do like a farm fresh, I think that would be fun.
What do you think about Queen Bee?
Queen Bee is great.
Or is that too goth? What are we doing?
It's springtime. Do go with like a light yellow or a pink or a light blue.
French millinery?
French millinery is a nice pastel purple.
All right. I'm kind of dizzy, so I will just paint it whatever if you give me a brush.
I'll bring you some stuff.
Rocks are in your head and crystals are in your ears.
You got rocks for brains.
Thanks. Thank you. That's my sister for you. All right.
I'm coming.
So we've been showing you items that are available at JamieRayVintage.com listed under Saturday Thrift Haul. So you can go there anytime, not just on Saturdays, and shop the Thrift Haul. Typically what happens is on Monday or Tuesday, we will finish painting up the items. So anything that says will be painted, once we get it painted, then we update that photo. Thursday, we show anything that hasn't pre-sold, which a lot of things do. And then next Saturday, there'll be more items added. So new items only get added once a week, but we do update the photos as we paint things. And we do not do custom painting. So we had a few people confused, like it says will be painted. They thought that we took custom requests. we just tell you we're going to paint it, and then some people will buy it because they trust that we're going to do something cool, and then some people will wait till we actually paint it. But we do too much painting every week, probably 20 to 30, sometimes 40 or 50 projects. So there's no way we could do custom painting. Plus, it takes all the fun out of it for me. I just like to do what I want to do. I used to do custom work back in the day, and then we stopped doing that because I just kind of like to look at the item and paint it the way I feel. Part of being creative. It's what makes it fun. All right. I've got this coat on here. What else would you like me to paint?
Oh my, here.
What else can I paint for you?
You can paint this.
Oh, that'll take me a minute. Okay.
This will
So
take you a
we
second.
probably won't glue this on tonight. We'll wait till it's completely dry, and then we'll use epoxy or E6000 to glue that together.
I'm going to epoxy it.
All right. You want me to paint the whole thing purple?
Yeah, and then we can white wax it.
Do we have a washcloth?
We can white wax it, dark wax it. I'm sure somewhere.
Can you grab it for me?
Yep.
Thanks. What color are my kitchen cabinets? They are
Beadboard.
Beadboard.
All right.
Says,
I'm
I
using the brush
found
to dust
Cowgirl,
it.
Coral, and Marquee today. The small ones, but thinking they'll be fun to use. Well, the thing about Marquee is a little bit goes a long way. It's very, very pigmented.
This is almost out. We might have to be, might be a base coat.
Yep. Part of the fun for us, I think, every week is like finding the stuff. Sometimes people give us stuff, and that's fun. But I like the thrill of the hunt.
Oh,
I
I
like
have
to
that
go
little
shopping.
elephant. I might need to paint. Maybe when we paint the thrift hall Tuesday, the paint-a-palooza.
Hopefully we have time for a paint-a-palooza because we only have 3 working days next week. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we have to get a piece of furniture done because we sold a couple, and then we've got our waste on Wednesday, and then we've got to pre-record the thrift haul. I'm using French Millinery, and Zeb is using Skeleton Key.
But my skeleton key is almost gone, so now I'm going to have to come. I didn't realize it was almost gone, but I'd already dipped.
When I dip, you dip, we dip. I think that song also ages me. Oh, all right. Let's see.
Literally scraping the bottom of the can and getting the chunkies because it looks like someone used salt wash in here.
All right. Caitlin's dropping links to the paint. I'm dropping, let's see, the peach Afghan. Somebody was asking about that. She put it in here, but.
What is that keeps tinkling?
I know that's driving you crazy, huh? Nope, it's the glasses.
It's these glasses here.
Oh, they're asking about the yellow one. Oh,
you're like stuck on the pink one.
I don't know why I'm stuck on the yellow one, the peach one. There we go, blue and yellow. There you go. I can drop it. Can a buyer say paint any color? No. I mean, they can, but that doesn't mean that it'll happen because what happens is things get too crazy. There you go. I just dropped the yellow and blue one if you didn't find that link before. Then we forget. Like, we try to do the best we can, but somebody will mention something on a live video, and then we've got this long list of stuff, and sometimes I want to paint it blue.
Yep.
It is what it is. Occasionally, if somebody specifically requests something and I can remember, then I'll do it. But we don't take custom requests because I screwed up a few times, not intentionally. Anybody that follows us know we're busier than a one-armed paper hanger. So keeping everything straight is easier said than done, for sure. All right. This is going in. What else do you want to do to this? Should we add some transfers to it next week?
Some transfers.
Once it dries, let's put it like either transfer or we can stencil on the side.
Stencil. You can do some decoupage paper. I mean,
French Millinery is a lavender, like gray color. So if you're around a lot of gray, it'll look gray, but it's definitely lavender.
Put it up to a white or a cream, and it's very purpley.
Yeah. Are there videos of head exercises? Yep. I actually have. If this doesn't go away by tomorrow, I have exercises I do. It kind of, you have to like make yourself kind of get dizzy, but it resets your head. When I went to the ENT, he's like, well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that I know what it is. The bad news is it may not get better right away, but it did get better in time for Disneyland. I was only slightly dizzy.
You did pretty good. You didn't have any issues like walking or having to take breaks or anything like that.
Well, I never have to who takes a break for being dizzy? Not me. I just try not to run into things. Occasionally I do because I just keep going, which is probably why I don't get better right away. But I have severe ADHD, and it's like pick which is worse, sitting still or being a little dizzy. I don't drive when I'm dizzy.
You don't really drive that much anyway, though.
That is true. I don't really drive. Zeb and I are pretty much always together.
If we're going somewhere, I drive.
Yeah, only when we divide
the only
and conquer.
time you have to really drive without me is if a kid has something and I'm milking the cow.
Well, you don't take me to my Botox appointments.
Sure don't.
Or if I'm getting a pedicure.
That's a solo mission.
I just don't like driving. Usually if I know Zeb has to go somewhere and I want to go to keep him company, we have a ton of work that I do on my phone. I do almost all of my work on my phone, not a computer. And so I will like load pictures. I will edit a video. I will respond to comments, emails, things like that. So I keep myself busy while I'm in the car, but I don't drive.
There's never enough time in those car rides.
I know. I always have something I could be doing on my phone. Is it a lifelong thing?
No, it's been recent in like the last year.
It's happened before, but no, it comes and goes. There's no surgery. It's fine. I just tell people, not because I'm like, oh no, I'm dizzy. I just tell you because I probably look a little weird when I'm like.
You don't ever do that.
Well, I feel like that's what's happening. So maybe it's not actually me.
It's all in your head.
Hold on.
Thanks.
It's harder than normal to put a sentence together when you're dizzy. I already have a hard time with words.
All right, I don't know where I'm going after this. I think I might just white wax it and call it a night on this piece.
Caitlin says there's a lot of different ways to solve the inner ear thing. It's best to talk to your doctor. We're not liable for anything Jamie says she has tried medically. We are not doctors. That is true.
Thanks for the disclaimer, Caitlin. Always watching out for us.
Yeah, well, you can go to Revere Health and look it up. That's where I got mine from. But it is possible, like, you could be dizzy for you might not have vertigo. That's how I found out what I had, because I went to the doctor and he looked in my ears. And he did a few things. He asked me some questions. He looked in my ears. I thought for a while it was because I have low iron, but I've had low iron for a really long time and I've never been dizzy with it. I have a pretty strong constitution. Knock on wood, never passed out. Zeb, he has passed out.
I get low blood sugar. Then I lift heavy things. I'm like, see you in like 10 minutes.
No, once he had low blood sugar and he passed out on me and we were dating and I thought he was flirting with me. And then I realized he wasn't moving. And at that time, I weighed 105 pounds and he weighed 205 pounds. I could not move the man. I was like, prying him off of me. And then there was the time that he passed out from low blood sugar underneath the dining room table when my son, who's now almost 21, was like...
Well, what happened is he had thrown some stuff under there. He was like 1 year old. I was grabbing it for him and I like stood up. And you know how like if you stand up too fast, you get lightheaded? It was like a fast Sunday. So I was fasting. And, you know, I didn't get back up for a minute. He took it upon himself to take his markers and draw all over my leg while I was passed out.
He was probably like 3, but he did color all over your leg, all over your face. Yeah, it was hilarious. He did not make it to church that day. How much paint do you think I need for an army trunk? If you're just painting the outside, probably just a sample, unless it's a light color, and then I would say a pint. Mm-hmm. If you were painting it like French Millinery or Farm Fresh or Skeleton Key, a sample would do it. But if you're painting it white or a yellow color, then you need a pint. It covers pretty good.
You know, since I've stopped drinking soda and lots of caffeine and watching my sugars and my diet better, I haven't had any trouble with
That is true.
lightheadedness.
I'm one of those people that when they like give me anesthesia, they have a hard time putting me out because my brain just doesn't want to give up. Sally, she's not a doctor. She just plays one on YouTube. I'm a doctor for junk. I'm a junk doctor. I can make a shirt that says junk doctor. We could add it to the repertoire. We got junk and air. I love junk. And now junk doctor. That's what I am.
Okay, so I've got Skeleton Key in the DIY paint. Very porous, clay-based. Debbie referred to it in her video. Was it today that came out?
Yeah.
As an Adobe brick.
It's made of clay. It dries pretty quick. She uses water to like smear and spread it. I never have to do that because I paint very fast. It does not dry before I'm done.
But it's going to take this wax and then I'm going to distress. You saw me heat gun it. It hasn't had any time to cure or set up. So some of that paint and wax will come off together. And then it'll be all sealed up and almost like a wet distress effect.
I have a junk PhD. Oh, sorry. I get distracted. What did somebody say? Oh, do you get Botox for migraines? No, I get Botox for wrinkles. I very seldom have headaches. I've had like maybe 2 migraines in my whole life. All right, done. Do you want me to heat gun this? You gonna stencil this? What we got? What time is it? 9:22. We got time.
Yeah, 8 minutes.
We blew through that thrift haul.
Well, I feel like it was a lot of stuff, but because we already had it painted, we're like this and this and this and this and this.
Well, the frames, I mean, it's all duplicates, right?
Yeah.
So, and they already knew what we were doing because they could see it. So
if you missed yesterday's video, we went live and did all those frames. If you want to see just how easy it is to use the paper and what we did with those, how we got there. That video was about an hour and 20 minutes long yesterday.
do you have any white or anything over there?
No white.
Okay.
Oh, can you grab the gold wax and a little tiny brush?
I'm doing good. So yes, gold wax, little brush, white linen.
No falling yet.
What? I've not fallen over now. Okay. So I'm going to heat gun this real quick. And then this vine stencil is like from our very first stencil release. And I designed like...
That was the first one we ever used.
Yeah, I designed this one. I drew it all out. Probably one of my better designs. I'm not very skilled in the whole drawing world. And so this one's actually fairly decent. Sometimes I have to draw pictures. And let's say it's like something with a rabbit on it. I'll be like rabbit and then I draw an arrow. So they know what that is because they wouldn't know if I didn't tell them.
She's good at the layout.
I'm good at the layout and the concept. I'm not an artist. I require a very good graphic designer. And sometimes I still have to be like, so you're probably not going to understand what this is.
So I feel like we took this from old guy's wall to a nautical beach cabin.
So Julie says, how do I go back to see how long the shipping and all will take? So shipping can take up to 10 business days. We're usually a lot faster. We've been a little bit behind, not more than 10 business days, but
we usually try to keep it around 2 or 3, but we've been super busy and had a bunch of stuff that release and things like that.
Well, we had somebody quit.
Yeah, we did have.
And we now have the new gal all trained up. Caitlin actually went in and helped ship today, and Odelia shipped, so they're doing better. So within 10 business days, it should ship out. I would say probably 7 or 8 is probably more likely.
We're usually much faster than that. We're not at the 10 yet. We just like to. That's the disclaimer in case something happens or we do, things go long sometimes.
Rambo says, my hair is high. I may be picking up cell phone traffic. I actually had it in braids all day, but I was tired of having it in braids, so then I had it down. And I had to pull myself together quickly for the live video, so I just drew it up on top of my head.
Okay, so white wax on the top of the skeleton key. This is also a wax. It's a gold gilding wax. It's called Golden Rule, so it plays with your wax finishes, and it can go over your liquid sealer finishes once they're dry too, or just straight onto the paint like I did with the white wax.
I was going to say, if you ever need anything quick, like let's say you're like, oh, I'm buying this for a birthday and I need it shipped out quick, or I'm in the middle of a project and I ran out of paint, email info@jamierayvintage.com. And if we can push it ahead, we don't charge or anything like that, but if we can push it ahead and ship it out sooner, then we will.
You're going to get everybody emailing us.
Only if you need it for specific things. Otherwise, you got to wait. Like, nobody would abuse this system. But we know life happens.
We also like to believe that there are no paint emergencies.
There is one when you got something half finished in your living room and you got to get it out of there and you ran out of paint. It happens. What's the color I'm using, Kathy? I'm using French Millinery. Marcia says, higher the hair, closer to heaven. That's funny. I used to put big bows on my girls when they were little, and I used to say, bigger the bow, closer to God. And now they're cheerleaders, and they wear giant bows of the sparkly design. Some cheer moms are really great. They make the cheer bows. I'm past my bow making stage. Been there, done that, made about 400. I don't make bows anymore.
You were even going to go into business making bows for a little bit.
If you're going to use a heat gun, that's fine. Keep it moving. Don't keep it too close. Never use it on top coats or the cottage color because it will bubble quickly. We do it on occasion.
It's got the liquid sealers in there.
The cottage color has a sealer. So yeah. All right. I'm just going to put this little viney wreath here and I'm going to stencil it. I'm going to have to do it this way because with vertigo, I'm not going to attempt to do this cockamamie. So I'll just flip it so you can see it. Did you use one of these already?
Nope.
So when you're stenciling, you should probably tape it in place, but I'm not gonna. Can you flip that open for me? And you want to make sure that you offload your brush. When we first started stenciling, we owned a stencil company and we still didn't do it probably the way most people would. Les would yell at us on the screen, offload your brush. And I didn't, but I do now because I know that it's better. So Zeb, I have a question. Should I cut this? So bring it down.
Don't cut your stencil. Do it like this.
It's the same.
It's lower down here, though.
You think that's good?
Yeah, because see, this ends right there.
Oh, okay. Let me center that. Okay. So you're going to dip your brush. You're going to offload.
Here, what I would do is I would flip it up. They can see
How about I wipe that and you stencil?
Okay.
I feel like that's...
I have a lot of opinions on how to stencil.
Yeah. My brain isn't processing. So what do you want me to do? Just wipe back the...
I'm just trying to get the gold off where I didn't want the gold.
Where did you not want... Oh, I see. You went over. Well, you can also use
You have
clear
to
wax.
add some more gold back.
What did you do over here? You want it like more gold?
I mean, you can do what you want. It's your project now.
It's my project now.
You're doing the end finish.
We're going to need to paint underneath that later.
Yeah.
So you can pounce it or you can swirl. I like to pounce with the cottage color.
The cottage color is thinner than the DIY paint. So if you've been used to using the DIY paint, make sure your brush is super dry and you'll still get good results because it's a little bit thinner. So it wants to run up underneath.
Riddle me this. Sorry to interrupt. I mean, I'm not that sorry. I do it a lot. But do you want me to just gold all the way around the edge? You think that'd be good?
If you want. That's a lot of gold. I don't think
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to paint the back of this because it's a Hot Mess Express. Is this a key you need?
The back off.
What is this?
Yeah, don't pull that out. That's like a key for adjusting your barometer.
Well, how do you get it off?
You don't. We're just going to wipe the back off and leave it.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to paint the frame.
Oh, okay.
I'll just paint the edge and then we'll wipe off the middle. How about that?
Okay.
There's like no skeleton key left in here.
I know. That's why I wasn't going to paint the back.
We're going to just wipe off the back, people. Is there a washcloth?
There's a rag right here by my elbow.
Okay.
I don't know. Can
what
you guys,
was
you guys
that painting? It's a barometer.
It's a thermometer. I don't know what you call the trifecta, but it's a barometer, thermometer, and a
humidity.
Yeah.
Humidor. Humidor. That's what you put cigars in.
Or baseballs if you're in Colorado.
Or baseballs. I didn't know baseballs.
Sometimes books.
So until DIY paint is sealed, you can clean it up with water like I'm doing. The wax on the other side, as it cures, it will seal that up. But the back has not been sealed, so I can easily clean this off.
What time is Redrick going to be home? Do we got to go pick him up?
No, they were going to bring him home by 9, but I don't think he's home.
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know.
They were having too much fun swimming.
No, they're not there. He's out there. He's at Brody's house now. Eliza, what are you doing? Eliza, is Redrick home?
No, he didn't come in.
Okay.
Are you planning on doing this on both sides?
Yeah, but we don't have to do that while we're live. And we've been live an hour, so.
Oh, I got to go fix the camera. Hang on, I'm coming. Sorry.
Hold, please. I'm just going to finish cleaning this up. There's actually some white paint on the back.
It looks like they're out there dropping him off right now.
No, that looks like Cooper's car.
Is that Cooper's truck? Oh, maybe.
We got a lot of kids. Keeping track of them is a full-time job.
So I just got some over here. You probably can't see it back behind this thing, but I'm just wiping off the paint on this drop cloth here.
And Cooper is actually not our kid. He's our daughter's boyfriend. I think everybody knows that. When they first started dating.
He did just come spend 2 days at Disneyland with us without Odelia.
Yeah. All right. Ta-da! That's all done. Seb will have to put those thingy bobbers. Can I put them back in here?
Yeah, they just go back in.
Got paint on this.
What?
What did you do? Oh, I like that you did the gold because these are gold.
Yep.
What are people saying, Zeb?
Oh, I haven't looked for a minute.
I know. You don't. We'll have to clean that with Windex later. Does it matter the order? Okay, it's done. Done. Ta-da!
Caitlin just said that that Cooper's trying to secure his spot in the family.
He's doing a good job. He is doing a good job.
We like him. He's good to Odelia, so we'll keep him around as long as that's the case. Start slipping up. Okay. Oh, I wasn't too juicy. I was worried about that.
Ta-da!
But I did just put my hand in your wet paint because you didn't heat gun the inside.
Nope, I just heat gun the wet. That's okay. I can fix it. Look how cute that is. We'll do that to the other side. We'll lightly distress it. We'll paint the bottom. And somebody can use it as a doll carrier. You can put books in it. Doesn't matter.
The stencil is designed so that you can just keep repeating it. So it's fun. All right, guys, I think that's it. Did you put those back in?
Yep. I already showed it to him. If you like this video and you want the paint products or thrifted items, visit JamieRayVintage.com. If you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more.
DIY.
Bye, guys. We'll see you next week. Cheryl says, clean your guns in front of Cooper. He would not be affected.
No.